Hey everybody, I am getting ready to edit a haphazard fishing video. Let's just say that. I was down at Red Wing, that's in Minnesota. A wonderful place where you can catch walleyes and saugers all year long, and with the help of nuclear warm water discharge. And so my lifelong buddy, fishing buddy, Pete Wagner and I are down there yesterday, and I took my boat, and my boat, honestly, I'm just trying to pay for this thing. I'm just trying to make monthly payments on this thing, quite honestly, and I'm not able to really outfit it the way I want yet. So I'm just just trying to make payments. So I've got a crappy trolling motor on there and a graph that is not marking the bottom. Does anybody relate to this? So it was a really haphazard trip. So it had trolling motor, battery issues, and a fish finder that continues to tick me off. So that was the day. I mean, it was well, just watch.
Oh boy, I don't know. This battery's gonna.
She's getting a little soft. Oh yeah, we're going backwards. I think we're only seeing current now.
Yeah, we are maxed. So let's. Well, I want to make sure that's right.
You're moving downstream.
Okay, let's get up there, dude, and just do what we've always done.
All right, before we get into this video anymore, I want to kind of describe how we're trying to fish, right? But my trolling motor's not allowing me to. So we're trying to pull these Dubuque rigs. A Dubuque rig is a three-way rig. So up here you have 15-pound braid, okay? And then on this top setup here, this is going to be the setup that floats above the heavier jig head. This is a 16th ounce jig head. And then you have a foot-long mono, 10-pound mono leader. And then it goes down to, on the bottom rig here, you have a half-ounce, all the way could be 3/4, 1 ounce. This is what you're going to be bouncing along the bottom, okay? And this is a 2-foot leader of 10-pound fluorocarbon. I like fluorocarbon, it sinks. I like this being mono because mono floats up. So this is hitting the bottom. This is over here floating above the heavier jig. So a 16th ounce jig, half-ounce jig or heavier. And then what I'm using is a neon moon eye, these beautiful VMC neon moon eye jig heads. This is a half-ounce, and that color is a chartreuse orange that I was using. And then the same color and jig head, but a 16th ounce neon moon eye. And then I was, my setup here was the power bait bonefish. This is like their version of the Be Fish and Tackle Authentics plastics, like the rib worms. So this is a bonefish rib worm. Using two sizes, on the bottom one, I'm using a bigger presentation, so that was a 3 1/4 inch, and then the top one was a 2.5 inch citrus punch color because the water is stained. So that was the Dubuque rig, and how you rig it or how you fish it is you drop it down and you're following the channel break, okay, and you're just slowly trolling upriver with it.
Other thing too, like having this thing, you know, this boat stays outside, so I can't.
Yeah, that's tricky.
It's just not good on the batteries. It's not, you know, none of it's just a lot harder. keep us right on, probably on going in and out of the current seam. Should be able to move around, I think. In theory. Yeah, they're in there. It's in there. I might try this Dubuque rig still. I don't know. That felt a little fishy right there, Pete. It might have just got a bump, and we are moving up now.
What do you have down there here?
Yeah, we're moving up. There's one. Yeah, I had a bite. He got off. That was a bite, dude.
Good sign.
Yeah. In a perfect world, I have a 36 volt setup, 101 pound thrust trolling motor up there. This ain't gonna work. I gotta bump us up there. So freaking frustrating.
Come up here.
No, I'm just gonna get the motor going, just get us up there. All right, let's see if this will work. I just can't. I gotta stay in relatively low current here. The last time I was here like that, I was basically lining up that first pillar there of the dam, and that was a good depth.
December, what, 27th day or something?
It's crazy.
So weird. You're in jeans.
I know.
Shoes.
Nice, buddy. All right. All right. We are on the board. Success.
Alright, so Dubuque rig, no. Looks like we got a Sauger there, yeah?
Yes, he's got the spots on the dorsal.
Finally picked one up. Had a minnow on there and a jig. We're kind of running out of light all of a sudden, but this is good, right?
This is good.
I gotta get back in there, okay?
Go for it.
Alright. I'm gonna bring the minnow bucket up front because I just lost a couple of minnows real quick.
Yeah, so what's your setup you're using?
What's that?
What's the setup you're using?
I think it's an ounce jig. Just a big white round ouncer on there, which I'm not even worried about color. Just trying to get down there as quick as possible. Right? That's an ounce, isn't it?
That is a big.
That sucker gets down there fast, and she stays right there. There's no current pushing us around. We're trying to, we're spot lockless, so we're manually, trying to keep our boat in one spot, which seems like you're doing a pretty good job.
I think we're in a eddy right here. This is beautiful. Nice, dude. That's a good one. That's a better one, man.
Look at that belly. They're definitely chawing on something because they're hitting like rocks. So I just put that one back down there, and I didn't have my slack line picked up, and then when I picked up my slack line, he had already had it in his mouth.
I'm not sure we got any lead up to this fish catch, but I'm just like, just keep loading the boat, man.
How is his eyes that bugged out? This is like 10 feet of water.
I don't know.
All right.
He needs,
That's a Sauger, right? Yeah, it's a Sauger. Right.
that fish needs some help.
It's out there in our kayaks.
Yeah, fish came up again. I mean, he got air. He went, "Er."
What was it?
It looked like a grayling.
Grayling?
Probably not an Arctic grayling. But it did look like.
He's gray.
He had a very long dorsal fin. I'm pretty sure I made that up in my head. There's one. You little sucker. Wow. Yes. Well, the good news, Pete, is that I am not skunked.
What? That's not in the mouth.
Okay. And he was going after it. These are tournament rules. The fish was going after it. It's just he's maybe a little bit blind. Yeah, he looks a little, that one's eyes a little glassed over. So that is a Sauger, and gosh, that's what you would call a cigar, I believe, Pete.
That's a cigar.
That is definitely a cigar.
Actually, I suppose cigar is bigger than that.
Rub it in. Nice. Oh, look at that.
It's a perch.
A yellow perch. That's a nice one, Pete.
Well, the species count is up, but this was not hooked in the mouth.
Let's see what you got there. We gotta get it. Oh my God.
He's in the boat. He's in the boat.
Now this is a different species. This has been a hell of a day we've had here. We've had trolling motor issues.
Can you imagine being this fish swimming in those waters? I'd be terrified.
Yeah, it would not be safe being below the boat, being that size. I mean, I would be, yeah, terrified is the right word.
And being I didn't hook him in the mouth, I'm not going to count this one, and I'm going to release it immediately.
Okay, you're quite the sportsman.
That's the right thing to do.
And what a release.
That's something big.
What? Your bail got all up.
Yeah, that was like a
what?
fucking sturgeon bolt.
Wow. You all right?
No.
Way to up.
Like, how did you hook up with the fish?
Your bail came. Your that Shimano
It was just never
bail.
Yeah, it was just never all the way down, I guess. What caused that to happen?
It was like this, Pete. You set the hook with the line like that. It wasn't in the roller. This boat is not, it's given us some real problems today. Trolling motor, the batteries. This boat is stored outside. So these two trolling motor batteries are probably not in the best of shape. And so we've really been hampered by not having much power to try the Dubuque rig thing coming up, you know, the break of the channel here. We just didn't have any power to actually move forward enough in the current to really do it right. So we came up here to the dam, dropping jigs down like we normally do, and you know, caught some, but it's just half-assery. It really is.
We should have probably started with just right up at the dam.
Probably, yeah.
Dubuque
Probably,
dams.
yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, we probably just should have started right here and maybe Dubuque rig downstream.
Maybe. Don't say that now.
So anyway, thanks. We'll get dialed in. We promise, right? We're gonna get this dialed
The
in.
important part is it's 2 days after Christmas and we're out here fishing.
Yeah, 2 days after Christmas. That's the important thing we want to emphasize here. Yeah, it's Minnesota, end of December, and it's nice out. So this is why we're out here.
It's a win.
It's not about catching fish, man.
It never
It
was.
is. Well, it kind of is.
It's about buying an expensive boat and then not catching any fish.
Yeah, it's a yeah. What he said: expensive boat and not catching any fish.